Hello, good morning, everyone. Hello, good morning, everyone. Please confirm if you can hear me. Good morning to you, sir. Kalu, good morning to you, sir. Femi, thank you very much for the confirmation, sir. Thank you for joining us. Sir Kalu, can you confirm you can hear me, sir? Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. Good morning to you. Thank you for joining us. All right, thank you very much. So I want to believe it's great and you can hear me loud and clear. Thank you very much, sir. Of course, you could use the chat box, please. We'll get to the audio at the later part of the presentation. But use the chat box now. If you have uh, issues or concerns, please use the chat box. Emmanuel Nails, thank you very much, sir. Patience, thank you very much for joining. Welcome back. Augustine, yes, you could use the chat box to reach out. You'll be able to use your audio at the later part of the presentation. But now, please use the chat box. Alebode is scheduled. Okay. That's so quick. All right. Hopefully, we get to hear the view to taking trades. Okay. Okay. Very good. I see you're putting in some effort into this. That's great to know, sir. All right. So the ones you've mentioned so far, I'm going to get to it. That's comments from the chat box. In case you're wondering, that's some of the comments I'm getting in the chat box. Okay, I'll get to them pretty soon. All right. So good morning once again, everyone. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, gentlemen. Thank you for taking the time out to join us on today's edition of the morning market review. It's great to have you all join us. Okay. If it's your first time as well, thank you. Welcome. Good morning to you. It's great to have you join us as well. Right. So on this forum every day, especially for those who are joining for the first time, uh, we of course get to look at what's going on in the markets as it concerns fundamentals and technical setups that we have. Right. We also do this with the hope that we'll be able to pick one or two entries for uh, these editions and even trade ideas, especially for today and even for the rest of the week as well. Okay, so let's get right to it without further ado. Okay, and usually uh, we're going to start with the majors that see pairs with USD as one of the currencies. I already have, I think, about three requests, two majors from Aleb Bode. Okay. I always, I also like to say that all of this is also with the hope that when you have listened long enough, we expect that you are also able to come up with your own strategies, analysis approach, and things like that that would eventually give you an edge over the markets. And I see some efforts from some of us. I see some efforts, fantastic one at that. Okay, that's really great to know. Thank you very much. Okay, all right. We do have Okay, just a second while I check. We do have some uh, PMIs, Euro, that's German, pounds, and even USD. We have what we call manufacturing PMI for some of these currencies, manufacturing PMI. All right. And to put that simply, they're trying to do a survey of purchasing managers in the manufacturing industry. All right. And this can be used to understand the health of an economy. All right. Of course, we expect businesses to react quickly to market conditions. And if you look at purchasing managers, they will usually give us an insight into how the company views the economy. All right. Into how the company views the economy. And for the forecast, you see figures there. Usually above 50. When it's above 50, it indicates industry expansion. Okay. So, of course, we'll be looking out for the actual result for we have 830 for euro, we have we have 930 for pounds, we have 2:45 p.m. for the dollar. Okay, we can expect some volatility around those hours. All right. So, like I said, for the actual value above 50 indicates industry expansion. And if it's below that, that's contraction. So, like I said, it gives us a view into how uh, the company views the economy. All right. So how the company views the economy, and we can use that through purchasing managers. That's why that survey is quite an important one. Okay. Moving away from that, I'm going to put up the chart now so that we can look at some of the um, assets that we have for today. All right. Just a second while I do that. Right. So I start with excuse me, with the USD index. Okay, the US dollar index. Usually, I like to start from here to understand the direction of the dollar itself, and then we can relate this to the rest of the uh, major pairs. All right, to the rest of the major pairs. Okay, so for the dollar index, this is one that, of course, every session here on this forum, we start from here, looking at trying to understand the direction of the dollar itself, right? Now, this is the monthly time frame. And I always emphasize that as day traders, we do not put more relevance on the uh, monthly or weekly time frame. We don't really pay attention to those time frames because I believe they are so far out that they don't have much relevance to us as day traders. However, you can, of course, use those time frames, those higher time frames to get some perspectives on price, especially when they align with important key levels. Okay, and that's what we're trying to do right now. Now, for the USD index, if you look at the monthly time frame, okay, if you look at the monthly time frame, this ascending channel that we have here dates back to as far as 2011, right there, okay, 2011. This has been supporting price. This support trend line has supported price quite a number of times, say, since 2011. And then fast forward to what we have right now, we see price back at that same level. All right. this is what it looks like on the monthly time frame. Okay. Now we head back to daily. All right. Again, we use the daily as our anchor chart. I believe this is the best place to start to understand the important key levels on this time frame. All right. So on this time frame, we can determine the trend, all right, and also the important support and resistance levels here on this time frame. So usually this is our anchor chart where the main analysis is carried out. And then you can tune down to a much lower one for entry opportunities. For me, it's usually the 30 minutes time frame, all right, for entries. Okay. So having said that, on the daily time frame for the dollar index now, we're back here. And then this level here at 96.8, this level here where I have my cursor, during this push to the downside, price broke below 96.8 right there, all the way to 96 region here. Okay, so this supported price, and then we saw that rally all the way to 100. All right, so I'm going to take this out, and then relating that to what we got here as well, again, you could see a similar behavior. Price pushed all the way down, broke below 96.8 right here again, all the way to 96 level, and now we have price back above 96.8. All right. Now, for me, when it happened here, this was back in July. All right. When it happened here, this is a typical fake out. All right, which simply means a breakout that failed. Okay, a breakout that failed. All right, failed breakout. And when this happens, usually this triggers a move in the opposite direction. All right, it triggers a move in the opposite direction. What does that mean? When price breaks below a key level, in this case, we have the key level at 96.8. Okay, so price broke below this key level only to close back above it. All right, that's the failed breakout. Ideally, when price broke below that 96.8 level, we're supposed to continue to see lower lows and lower highs. All right, in the midst of this downtrend. All right, but unfortunately, that didn't happen. So price broke back above 96.8, and then we got that push all the way to 100 level. Right. So if you relate this move here to what we currently have here, you could see a similar pattern. Price pushed all the way down, again broke below 96.8, and then all the way to the 96 price level. And now we have price back above 96.8. Okay, so automatically this level at 96.8 flips to support. All right, it flips to support, and then from this support, we would expect price to continue to push higher as long as it stays above 96.8 for the USD index. I hope we understand that. Now, for me, if you also look at this trend line that I have here, if you look at the trend line that I have here, since sometime in February, since sometime in February, this here was resistance, a few pips away from that trend line here as well. Here in July, as resistance, and you see some confluence of resistance here as well. Okay, so in order for this to be much more convincing and defined, I would expect price to take out that resistance. Okay, I would expect price to take out that resistance, and then for me, it will be much more convincing if we can see that. Okay, if price can take out that resistance, then it has the potential to continue to push higher if we get that. All right, price pushing above that resistance, this trend line right here. You can replicate this on the chart, of course. Okay, and then if that's the case, then what it means is that if the USD index continues to push higher from the current level, then the likes of Euro USD, Pound USD would start pushing lower prices from the current levels as well. Okay, so this is the USD index. This is the USD index, like I said, use this for to understand the overall direction of the dollar, and then we can relate this to the rest of the major pairs. Okay, so to take advantage of price pushing higher from this support level, what it means is that I'll be looking for opportunities to buy here, all right, and then sell pairs like Euro USD or Pounds USD as long as this stays above 96.8 support. All right, what would invalidate this setup would be if eventually we see price break below 96.8. All right, we see price break below 96.8, then that would mean more trouble ahead for the dollar index. Okay. Right. So having said that, we then take this to Euro USD and the rest later. Okay. I see A1 wisdom. I see A1 wisdom. All right. What that simply means is that you want to hold your trades for a long period of time. You want to hold it for a long period of time. So what it means is that you'll be looking for your entries on time frames like H4 or H1. Okay, you're looking for your entries on H4 or H1. Or still this same pattern. This you can still use the same flow. Okay, get your important key levels on daily time frame, and then go to your H4 or H1 time frame for entry. All right, because we would like to hold it for a long period of time. Okay, I'm going to use a different platform now. I have some setups there. Right, so I'm going to start with Euro USD here. Okay, so like I said, currently, because we have the dollar index at a support level, a key important support level, 96.8, if you go back to that to reconfirm. So above that support, we expect price to continue to push higher, except it closes below or back below that support at 96.8. All right. So what that means for USD is that would see price pushing to the downside. Okay. We're supposed to see price here pushing to the downside. Right. For Euro USD, again, we may have a potential fake out as well. We may have a potential fake out as well here. Okay. Again, as I said, a fake out usually occurs when price takes out a key level only to close back below it. All right. In this case now, the key level is at 1.178 right here. This is a key resistance level for Euro USD. You see multiple attempts at that level, and that's why it's important for me. Okay. Now, fast forward to here, we see this bullish candle right here. You see this bullish candle right here. All right, pushing all the way to 1.19, right? Pushing all the way to 1.19. And then this rejection at 1.19 is quite spot on. All right, it's the confluence of resistance that dates back for years as well. All right, so because for this reason now, price now closed back below 1.178. All right, so what it means is that the whole of the price level here has the potential to be a fake out. All right, but we don't have that confirmation as yet. All right. So currently we have eyes on 1.178, all right, which is the support level for Euro USD. That's the daily time frame. So we refer to the 30 minutes time frame to see if uh, we can find any entries here. All right. So for me, because Euro USD in the inverse of the dollar, and currently the USD index is sitting at a key support level. So for me here, I'm going to be waiting to see price break below this support Yeah. All right. So as a quick summary on take out this level so we can also jump in for an opportunity. However, if on this 30 minutes time frame, this Hello, if you can still hear me, please kindly confirm, please. The network is even much worse than I thought. Okay, Oluwajoa. I'm going to take a pause on these assets. I would like us now to maybe we'll get time to come back to it. I would like us to drop the assets that we are interested in so we can take a moment to review them. I got some from a Labor Day earlier, so maybe I will just start from there. USD card and okay, Euro USD, but I've already reviewed that. All right, thank you, Victor. So for USD card, according to a Labor Day, I hope that's right. So we have I remember last time on this forum, we identified this head and shoulder uh, pattern. We got the head, the left shoulder, and then the right shoulder right here. All right. So we're waiting for price to break below the neckline to take advantage of the bearish pattern. But that didn't quite play out as expected. Uh, Bulls were able to step in at 1.374 support level, and then we're seeing higher prices from there. And currently, don't forget, as per the the position of the USD index sitting at 96.8 support level, also giving more validity to this because for USD card, USD is the base currency then, and then you see price continue to print higher, to push higher. Okay, so to take advantage of that, we'll also be looking for opportunities to buy here. So heading to the 30 minutes time frame now. Okay, so on the 30 minutes time frame, we have this consolidation here. Price is now above that convincingly. Okay, so above that resistance, above this resistance that has automatically turned to support, we'll be taking buys above that. Right, we'll be taking buys above that, and then 1.387 would be the next resistance to look at. Okay, above 1.38306 here, we'll be taking buy opportunities. Okay, we'll be taking buy opportunities, and then, like I said, eyes will be on 1.387 resistance on this 30 minutes time frame. On this 30 minutes time frame. And then there was pound GPY2. Okay, thank you very much, Femi Ayola. I'm glad you took that earlier. All right. So, like I said, we'll be looking towards 1.387 resistance. All right. Go, go down in aggressively pullbacks to buy. Okay. We'll be looking for pullbacks to join uh, the pretty aggressive bullish move that we currently have on gold. All right. And then this is H4. Let's see what it looks like on 30 minutes. Okay. All right. So on this 30 minutes time frame, I'll be looking for a pullback into this area. Okay. I'll be looking for pullback into this area to join this bullish move that we have on gold. All right. Pullback into this area. Okay. So if we get it close below this support at 3738, if we get it close below that support, then it has the potential to even push lower. Okay, it has the potential to push lower. But as it is right now, I'll be waiting for a pullback into this area to take buys, okay, to take buys. It is, of course, overdue for a pullback. It's been pretty much aggressive, all right? I see US 30. Okay, this is the setup that I have with US 30. This is on H4. So on 30 minutes, this is what it looks like. Okay, so on this 30 minutes time frame for US 30, number one is very close to resistance here. Right. So currently it's between this range, 46,418 and 46,345. Okay, 46,345. And then as you can see, it's close to the resistance side. So I need price to break out of this consolidation here on 30 minutes to know which direction this goes. All right. If it comes back to 46,345, I'll be looking for buy opportunities at that support, 46,345. Or if it takes out this resistance, of course, that automatically flips that resistance to support, and then you can take my buys above that resistance if price breaks above that. So currently, I need price to break out of this consolidation phase to know what happens next. All right. That's for US 30. That's for US 30 right now. DE40, silver DE40. Okay. Okay, so for DE40, we have a key support level here. We have a key support level here at 23,370. Okay. And then price is beginning to push to the upside from go to 30 minutes. That's for entry or opportunity on 30 minutes time frame. So on 30 minutes time frame, we see the 50 period moving average here, and then price it remains bullish, all right? Remains bullish. So we want to know the best time to buy, all right? Or the best level to buy from. Okay. So for me, um, because it's already close to this resistance, I do not want to be buying here, except you are aggressive, okay? Except you're aggressive, all right? But if you are a more conservative trader like myself, then you'll be waiting for price to break above resistance, all right? So that flips to support, and then you take your buys above that resistance, all right? Except you're an aggressive trader, that's when we jump right in for a buy from the current level, all right? From the current level. Or if you see a pullback into this level, then that would be another level to watch for a buy trade, all right, at 23,566. Okay. So for me, number one, it breaks above that resistance, and then I take my buy above that resistance because it flips that level to support. What do we have on silver? Of course, similar to gold, this is also pretty much bullish and aggressive as well. Okay. Okay, so for silver, I need to buy around here, all right? From this current level, I need to see some buying pressure, okay? I need to see some bullish patterns from this uh, 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 current level. So for right, so that's for silver. Unfortunately, there's been too many breaks, which has no doubt affected the flow for today's edition of Morning Market Review. Okay, there's been too many breaks that uh, has affected the flow. Okay, this is NZD-USD. This is NZD-USD has been inside of this descending channel for some time. I have this set up on it that I want us to also look at. So it's been inside of this descending channel, like I said, and then if you look at what happened here, acted as resistance. This was sometime in June. Fast forward to July, also as resistance. A few pips away here in August as well, resistance. And then eventually in September, it broke above that level only to close back below it aggressively. All right. Again, this is typical of a fake out that I mentioned earlier. Price broke above the key level only to close back below it. Okay. And usually moves like this will trigger an extensive move in the opposite direction. And so far, you see that playing out so far. All right. So currently, price is below uh, this level here. It used to be support. Price is currently below it. automatically that level flips to resistance. So we're looking to take sales around that area. So on 30 minutes, let's see what it looks like. Okay, this is what it looks like on 30 minutes. Currently, it's pushing to the upside, all right? So for me, I'm waiting for some bearish signals, okay? I'm waiting for some bearish signals as long as it is below 0.586 resistance. As long as price is below that, I'm waiting for some bearish signals to take sales, all right? To take sales on 30 minutes time frame. And that would be number one, a pullback into this area, then I take sell from there, or a break below the support here on 30 minutes time frame, a break below this support. All right, that will be the two conditions that I need to see for me to take a sell trade on NZD USD. Number one is a pullback into this area at 0.586 resistance levels. I see some bearish confirmations around there, and then that will be my trigger to take sell. Or a break below this support at 0.584. All right. So whichever one plays out, for me to take sell on NZD USD. Right. Okay. Any more assets that you would want to drop? Anyone? Before we finally call it a day? Yeah, we looked at DE40 earlier. Yeah, we looked at DE40 earlier. Um, because it's already close to, currently it's bullish. It's bullish. It tested the support area, which is significant, and it's pushing higher from that support. All right. So we want to jump in for a buy. Okay. But we need a good level for the buy. All right. We need an ideal point for the buy. So because it's already close to resistance here, we don't want to take buy at resistance. All right. So we'll be waiting for price to break above that resistance. So that flips to support. And then we take buys above that resistance. Like I said earlier, I said you're an aggressive trader. That's when you jump in for the buy at this current price level. Okay. US 2000, also bullish. So we're buying on dips as well for US 2000. We're buying on dips. Okay. So for US 2000, that would mean waiting to buy here at around 2441.7. Waiting to buy here at around 2441.7. Okay. For US 2000. All right. In the absence of other assets to look at, um, thanks for your patience. Even though the network really messed up the flow, there was a heavy rain earlier, and then it kind of messed up the flow. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for staying true. All right. In the absence of other assets, like I said, tomorrow will be another edition of the Morning Market Review. Again, thanks for your patience. Thanks for staying true. All right, this is where we draw the curtain for today in the absence of other assets to look at. Thank you very much once again. Have a great trading day.